just punch you in the back, just like that. You gotta believe. I guess so. You gotta believe really hard for this one. Ah! I feel so bad for doing this, but just look at that animation. Gotta believe. I like how we can just do Fortnite dances. Like, seriously, is this what this game has came to? Literally, I'm pretty sure all of these except this are literally just ripped straight out of Fortnite. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, this is literally fresh, or whatever dance they stole. I'm pretty sure this is the floss. I haven't played Fortnite in so long. This right here is... What is that? I forgot. I think that's an original dance. But seriously, they stole the floss straight from Fortnite. The fact that you can floss and both Astro Bot and Astro Bot. An Astro Bot and Astro Bot. Seriously, that name is so confusing. You consider that the first game in the series was called Astro Bot Rescue Mission, even though literally no one played that. Seriously, you have a PlayStation VR and you need to get it out of the state of rigor mortis that it is back in. Then go ahead and just grab that, connect it to your PlayStation 4. Oh, you need another adapter if you want to connect it to your PlayStation 5, because of course you do. But seriously, Sony, remake Astro Bot Rescue Mission. I mean, Astro Bot is doing successful already. You should remake Astro Bot Rescue Mission for the PlayStation VR 2 so people can actually play that. Like, the game is so good. Like, it could just be a port. It doesn't have to be a full remaster. At this point, maybe even a full remaster with improved graphics. That would be nice. I mean, it would be hard to make, definitely. But if the demand is strong enough, Sony should definitely try to do that. I mean, it would be freaking awesome, wouldn't it? Yeah, comment below if you think that would be awesome. I honestly, personally think it would be awesome. But, you know, it's probably a different opinion for everyone else, of course. Ooh. Okay, what else do I have to find? I kind of... you know, there's literally like 300 plus collectibles in this game. Even though I completed it before, it's so hard finding everything. And you spend a surprisingly large amount of time in the hub world. But it doesn't overstay its welcome. Definitely not. This might be one of the best hub worlds I've ever experienced since, well, Mario 64. I'm not even joking when I say that either. Like, I mean that full-heartedly. You know, this game's control scheme is definitely a lot more simpler than Super Mario 64 though. Which is honestly a good thing. Astro Bot doesn't have a dive. He doesn't have... well, you can double jump, definitely for sure. You can even do this sort of thing that leaves you suspended at the same elevation for around maybe like run for next like 10 frames. According to a video that I found on it. Yeah, but 10 frames sounds about good. What if we do this thing? Doesn't really work when you're going upwards. Yeah! Fighting things are so difficult in this game. Don't even get me started, it shouldn't be so hard. Ooh, wait a second, I think this is how you find a publication. Yeah, this is Poland. Oh, shoot. Get up. Stop watching me fail! Go back! Get out! So close. Let's try that once more. Oh, you're kidding me. You have to be joking. Once more. Just once more. Ah, dang it. Yes! I did it! What are you waiting for? But even though, you know, even though the fact that this game is obviously targeted towards kids, no Drake, it still is honestly kind of fun. I feel like this is something that I could probably play with my younger relatives. Or this is something that someone's parents would be able to play with their kids. That's what I like about family games. They usually don't try to go for extremely over-dramatic, over-serious storylines, and they just try to stick with the basics, you know? The things that even started video games in the first place. Or, when I say started video games, I mean started successful series, at least. Like, Sony is actually going through that same Mario formula that we love, and it doesn't feel like it's just a complete copy. It still definitely has its own charm to it. The best way to describe it is if Mario is Pixar, then Astro Bot has to be DreamWorks. Wait, no, Sony as a whole is DreamWorks. The reason why I say that, DreamWorks does have some flops, so does modern Pixar, but both of them are overall good companies that have made our childhoods. Like, even though, yes, the whole point of the products are obviously to sell, they're doing a very good job at it. They can still be, honestly, truly enjoyed, even though we are fully aware of the main purpose of it. You know, I wasn't really expecting it to be anything that was really all that necessarily, what's the word I'm looking for? I wasn't expecting to say anything that was profound just about the game, but I honestly have very strong feelings just about the series as a whole. When we first unveiled this level, you will not believe it, but a lot of people said, what they said specifically was, oh my god, it's Mario Galaxy level. Which, to be fair, is honestly a very valid assessment. Okay, yeah, the people who made this game definitely care about video games. They probably grew up playing a crap ton of video games just like you and I. And people always talk about the by the players for the players bullcrap, but this actually feels like this was made by the players and it was for the players. That's the best way I can describe it. And it definitely has Mario inspiration, so I don't care if you are a ridiculous Sony fanboy, which I like Sony and Nintendo both. But come on, do you think that they only have loyalties for those games that are specifically made by Sony? No, they obviously play games from multiple different platforms. You know, honestly, I feel like Xbox also needs a killer platformer as well. Because people like platformers, definitely. And I don't mean just some emulated crap from the 90s. I mean something new. Like a new IP entirely or something. I mean, to be fair, you can argue that Astro Bot is a newish IP, because technically the playroom, not Astro's playroom, but the playroom for the PlayStation 4 camera, was made in about when was it made? 2013. Which you can argue if that's new or not, but I honestly think that the IP has lived for quite a long time, and I'm glad for it to be used for something other than just tech demos for once. It's a nice change of pace, honestly. Why is my controller backwards like that in game? I'm not holding it backwards. That bugs me. Ah, wait a second, give me a second, just a second. My controller is not positioned correctly. And that's a problem with the controller not having 6-stop tracking. It wasn't even positioned properly. Which, at this point I think I might have OCD, because that annoys me to no end. Don't even get me started about it. Ugh! Of course I can nag about random things in the game. I mean, when you like something, you are prone to be able to see what you... No, that's not true. Even if you like something, especially if you like something, you are prone to find what you hate about it. Like, for example, the costumes in this game, yes, they exist. There's only 11 of them. 11, and you can't even use them in all the levels. And also, what about those costumes that you wear in the PlayStation Cameo levels? Why can you only use those in the PlayStation Cameo levels, and why can't you use them in every other level? Like in the levels where you turn into, like, Kratos or Nathan Drake. Why can't you just use those costumes in literally every single level? So many people would want that. Oh, that was a random hitbox. That was just right there. You get punished for exploring where you aren't supposed to. You know, if I was a playtester, I would have said, oh, you should add a secret right there, right where I just went. But no, they wouldn't. You know, I actually tried playtesting once. This one little Mario fan project that I made that was on Dreams. Yeah, it was called Grotto Grassland Galaxy. It was a level in a Super Mario fan game. Now, before you say Nintendo's gonna sue you, no, they aren't. If they want me to remove it, I gladly will. Because I actually respect the franchise. And I fell again. Noise. Special Bot! Who's he from? I do not know I do not know where you are from. I do not know your origin. All I can tell you is that I will 100% give you that one gift that you want. The one frickin' thing from the gacha machine. I will make sure that your needs are satisfied, my friend. Ah! Oh, come on, that jump was so overshooted. Now I have to go all the way back over here. This ice skating mechanic is exactly like in Mario Galaxy. Again, with the Galaxy inspiration. This reminds me of what was it called? Sweet Sweet Canyon? Something that one course from Mario 16. No, Mario Kart. You know what? I'm probably going to edit this later in a big supercut. Just put an image of it right on the screen. You know what would have been cooler? What if this game had a hard mode? Like, difficulty settings, like easy mode, and then it had hard mode. Which, for example, these platforms right here, what if they actually sink and cause you to, you know, freeze up? So you'd have to actually react quicker. What if in the ice world, it had a whole bunch of fire instead, for example? Now you might would say, fire? Of course fire. That's so basic. But to be fair, video games have existed for like over 30 years at this point. Like 50 years or so. So all new ideals are basically devoided of existence. Everything might be rehashed. But it's about the execution of it that matters. There is no denying it. That the execution matters so much. Where's that other bot? You're 305 that you have to rescue. This is my second playthrough. Of course I'm not gonna remember all 305 of them. Oh, did I say 305? It says 304 there, but there is a secret one. There is a secret! You better believe it, there is a secret! Dang it! Get the gotcha machine! Go into the gotcha machine! Go into the gotcha machine! Going crazy for this game. Crazy for this game, huh? That sounds like I'm really enjoying it at this point. Anyways, oh yeah, right. Yes! That's not the outfit I wanted! Like, if you've seen some of the cutscenes in this game, you cannot argue that this is Pixar quality. Like, literally peak cinema at this point. You know, peak cinema might be a little bit of a stretch, but I honestly kind of mean it. But yeah, and that draws right back to the Pixar and DreamWorks comparison to Astro Bot that I just made. It definitely does have that same quality that you'd see in a movie. Which you might say, but didn't you just say that you're tired of the cinematic games that Sony keeps on pumping out? Yes, but this game doesn't have too many cutscenes. Wait, no, it does have a crap ton of cutscenes, but it's not like they're like 4 minutes each. Each of the cutscenes are maybe like 30 minutes, 30 seconds, maybe like 1 or 2 minutes at most. And that's honestly completely fine. They don't have to be ridiculously long. It's a platformer. It's not supposed to have ridiculous lore. Like any of the Spider-Man games, which feel like I'm just playing the same exact game over and over again. It's really sickening, honestly. No offense to the Spider-Man games. They have decent gameplay loops that I really like. But it's that story that gets so stale. Actually, the gameplay loop does get stale too. But I guess I'm kind of desensitized to it now. And look at that! This is their big 30. PlayStation. Huh. Wait, they included the PlayStation VR in the history of it? That obsolete piece of junk, according to everyone, but I absolutely have a sweet spot for it. You know what? No, I'm going back to some of the older levels. Definitely going back to some of the older levels to get some more points. What about the beat-em-up levels, or the retro rampages, where you have to beat a crap ton of enemies? What about those levels? They have a lot of enemies, you get points from those enemies. They are relatively short levels. I might be onto something. Punching these around, the haptics on the controller feels so good. Like, this is the first PlayStation game. Astro Bot is the first PlayStation game to make me feel like I'm actually using a PlayStation 5 when I'm using a PlayStation 5, other than Astro Bot. By the way, to the people who are accusing this game of literally just being $60 DLC, okay, say what you want. This game is literally in a whole nother engine. You know, to be fair, I'm not gonna beef on anyone who doesn't like the price of the game. I completely get it. It's $60. Like, for anyone who wants this game that does not have it now, you should wait for it to go on sale. Definitely not a bad idea. Just saying, it's not a bad idea at all. How do I get these stupid throws? Stupid, dumb, idiotic ravens. Nevermore. Yes, that was a reference to the iconic poem. Is that a snake? Oh, never mind, he's dealt with. And now, wait a second, where peak meets peak right here. This is the cutscene where peak meets peak. Frickin' Kratos meets Astro Bot. I could have never seen this coming. This is the craziest crossover ever. And I mean, at least Kratos is like just Kratos Bot, and it's not just actually Kratos. Because that would be so weird, and the dissonance would be crazy. Also, does the axe also have eyes on it or something? Crap, I'm getting a call from a random stranger. Stop trying to call me! Seriously, there was someone who was on the phone just then. They were like, hey, can I call you? No, they never said that. I hung up immediately because I did not recognize that number. It could be a phishing attempt. Who knows? Be safe out there, guys. Always be safe. I'm having so much trouble believing that Kratos. Obviously, PlayStation 1. Here's a beat drop, boy. Yes, it has a boy right there at the frickin' beat drop, and it's awesome. Boy. And it crescendos to actually a lot longer than I anticipated. But you know, that's completely fine. The song is still gas. Kratos remix, I swear to God. It's gonna go down in freaking history. Oopsie daisy. What are the idle animations? That's my question. By the way, here's a little confession. I have not played that much of God of War. Either Ragnarok or the 2018 release. So I do not get that reference right there. Can someone please explain it? Yeah, where you just crush the red rock. I don't get the reference. What you might say, what do you mean you haven't played God of War yet? I mean, I have played the game. For the combat that I have played so far, it's pretty good. But the thing that's mainly deterring me is it feels like I'm playing a movie. Which you might say, did you just say that Astro Bot has that Pixar feeling to it? I mean, a live-action movie. Okay? Like, great graphics and all. Congrats to the animators and the 3D modelers. But still! To be fair, the whole point of a video game is supposed to be a world that is believable. Sometimes you like cartoony, if that makes sense. I'm not gonna try to have some ridiculous fancy terms to describe it. But sometimes you just prefer that cartoon aesthetic. I mean, you can do a lot more in a cartoon world. Because you're like, okay, we are aware that this is a cartoon. That means we could do absolutely whatever we want and no one will question it. The context of the world. And you know, people are probably complaining about the local inspired level called Going Loco that's in Astro Bot. Yeah, they're probably like, I thought it was gonna be a level that's based off of the last of the but also that means that Sony is actively acknowledging these IPs that they have. And then they say, we don't have any IPs to use. You have so many IPs to use. Why don't you use them? Please tell me that this is a sign that you will start using your IPs and bringing them back, Sony. I might sound so desperate, but please! Seriously, Sony. I don't care if you're talking about some sloppy third-person shooter. We will always talk about Astro Bot. And the day that the music died, but what? Ah! Shoot! All the music is gone! What happened to it? What's the play? You see a raven? You see one of the ravens? Ah! Oh, the music! It's still gone! Screw that trophy! Screw it! Ugh! not doing it. You can't make me do it. Ugh. Anyways, that's about it for now. That's a wrap. Wait, I had 300 points? I could have used? Wait a second, we have to spin! And we have to at least spin those before we get the heck out! Okay, so now I have to use those that I mentioned that I was going to use. You know what? Wait, hey, come over here! Ugh! Don't you try to run from me, you little rascal! Now I have 400 coins. That means I can get more things from that. And the best thing is I don't have to actually pay for it. It's all things that I collect myself. So there's a lot more gratification in actually being able to just be able to pop one of these open. Chow costume! The worst costume in the whole game! Oh, you're joking. Ooh, that actually looks kind of hard. Reminds me a lot of Silver Surfer. So, you know what, I might actually use that a little bit. But mostly just because it looks cool in my opinion. Well, I have none of the suits that I actually want. Seriously, the RNG in this game freaking sucks though. And I absolutely love this game. It's like I'm hugging it so hard that I have it in a chokehold. But seriously, the RNG in this game sucks so bad. Don't even get me started on it. No, I could always just play my other save file. I already have everything unlocked. And I could go through any of the levels that I want to, but actually rescuing all of the bots again feels so satisfying for some odd reason. A spoiler warning, might end this video off by replaying that final boss fight once more. Now you might want to ask, why am I playing this final boss fight? Well, the main reason is just because it's an actually good boss fight. The way that he just feigns surrender and then he's just like, haha, I surrender, suckers! I absolutely love it. It's so freaking perfect. I have never seen an enemy, not even in the Nintendo game, that is just expressive, except maybe Bowser and Mario Odyssey. That might be a one-time exception. But seriously, this is so freaking expressive. And I'm glad for Astro Bot, and Nintendo fans should be too. Let me explain. If Nintendo actually have competition, which they probably will with Astro Bot, that means Nintendo's gonna have to try harder and stop pumping out new Super Mario Bros. Games. No, I don't mean new Super Mario Bros. Games. I mean Super Mario games in the new Super Mario Bros. Series. Seriously, game companies, the titles that you give games are so confusing. Don't even get me started. And that's not just Nintendo, that also applies to Astro Bot. If you ask someone, hey buddy, have you played Astro Bot? They would be like, wait, you mean Astro Bot Mission? Astro Bot Astro Bot 2024? You're confusing me so much! But seriously, don't even get me started on it. All this confusing for everyone. And then Mario Wonder, and a retcon Cappy, he doesn't even make a single appearance. You know, the game should be called Mario, I Wonder, where the heck did Cappy go? I am the Capitan now! Dang it! You know, the one thing that would have made this part of the boss fight better, with the monkey that's on your back, is if it had a climbing section. Because I freaking love those, by the way. Ugh, this is a stupid vegetable, and I hate these vegetables. And that's all he is a vegetable at this point. I'm gonna throw this at him and I will land it! You can't do this! That's cheating! You saw what I got! That's why I love this boss fight. He doesn't play by the rules at all. He says, not conform me to the norm, and you cannot contain me! And that's why I absolutely love this boss fight. He's still doing basically the same thing he did in Remake. Using all of your abilities against you. Basically like final exams in the boss fight. The final exams basically are boss fights. This is not the end, by the way. But then again, these cutscenes are what keeps on making me say, okay, yep, this looks like it could be in a Pixar movie. In fact, there was even a fan forum for a concept of a Pixar movie that was made in collaboration with Sony for Astro Bot. But to be honest, who would want to watch a movie with like, absolutely no spoken words? Maybe a short film that's like, maybe like 10 or like, yeah, about 10 or 20 minutes or so. I mean, people watch Tom and Jerry all the time, and it doesn't have much spoken dialogue. But that's different, right? When you want to watch a whole feature-length film, it absolutely wants to do. You know what Astro Bot doesn't talk. I think about another word that he said other than... Another thing that he said other than that. I made another word. So by the way, if you don't dodge his boat, guess what will happen? If you don't dodge any of these attacks, then you purposely miss all of them. Absolutely nothing happens. This game gives you way too much leeway. That's my main problem with it. The haptic feedback is so good. Like with this right here, whenever you shoot, it feels absolutely electrifying, like how a laser should feel. This is another reason why Astro Bot Rescue Mission needs to get ported to the PlayStation VR 2. It could use, instead of a touchpad, what if it used the triggers for all of the abilities? It might have to rework all of the abilities because you have two controllers. So maybe you could choose which hand to use for the ability. What if there was like an ability, or what if there was like a new feature that you were able to give Astro like head pats or whatever? That would be freaking adorable. I think it would be a nice feature, honestly. And my main problem with the game for the most part is lack of support on PlayStation 5. Yeah, Astro Bot Rescue Mission, the VR title, it's basically unplayable on the PlayStation 5, and that was a really good game in the PlayStation series that not even many people know about. Apparently, at least. And those who know about it haven't even played it. Yeah, only like 200,000 copies or so. Which is going to probably crazy numbers. Again, it's supposed to sell well, and it's doing a good job at it. So, congrats to Masobi. And by the way, I haven't found a single bug in this game. So developers, shout out to you. Anyways, that's my last time replaying that final boss fight again for the 50,000th time. So So I'm probably gonna call it quits for now, because I've been playing for 40 whole minutes! What?